What is going on, guys? How you doing? I got an amazing video for you to check out. Now, it all kind of depends on where you're at with your business and understanding workflows, automation, API keys. It may be a little complex, but one thing I forgot to mention inside the video is that if you need help with this, I do have an affiliate link down below, and it'll give you a 30-day free trial to GoHighLevel so that you can start to automate, start to understand text messaging, and have all widgets on your website, website creation. All this stuff can be available for you, and you give it a 30-day trial. And this video is going to explain a lot of different things that it's capable of, and there are a few other apps involved as well. It just kind of depends on your level of commitment, and then how much easier do you want to make your life, and then understanding how all the different things work together in order to follow up with your leads, keep your clients happy, and then showing your leads that you're the professional. And this is probably something that your competition isn't doing. So again, there's a affiliate link down in the description, and if you like this video and you find it informational, please share it within the groups. Give me a shout or a comment down below. It helps out a ton. Growing this channel has been challenging. Alrighty, guys, check it out. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Today I want to make a short little video to kind of explain something that I just learned, because I was scratching my head about it for I don't know how long. And basically what happens is that I have a service where I collect leads, and there's Zola, there's Event Detective, and there's also the Knot, which I use. And there's no like Zapier system. So what I have is an app called Lead Import. So I just want to explain to you a little bit about the new thing I just learned to make the automation work so much better. So with that in mind, let's just go ahead and, well, first minimize my head, right? Boom. All right. So what we're looking at here is Event Detective, and these leads come in on the left, right? And they're my leads, but I want less manual work happening and more automation happening. So when the leads come in, I go ahead and respond to them. Or if you're not able to respond to them, I have leads import over here, which is already connected. So it's app.leadsimport.com, and it goes ahead and scans every 30 minutes what leads are coming in, and then it automatically sends an email to them and then adds them to my system. So I have this thing where they're connected, right? So these are the ones: Event Detective, referrals. It also connects to leads that respond to me directly, and then we have the Knot, and then we have Zola. So that's pretty exciting, right? So what it does is every 30 minutes it'll scrape whatever leads are coming in, and then there's an API key that connects to GoHighLevel. You can look over here and then see all the different things that we have going on. So when we go over here to the Destinations tab, we have an API key, and then it links to my GoHighLevel, because you can see that on the GoHighLevel tab we have over here, there's an API key, and then it connects. So that's pretty exciting because it automatically puts it into my GoHighLevel. And then if I go over here, we have what we have is an events contained tagged at it. So this is pretty important to understand. So basically, when the contact is created and then the workflow is created, contact created, right? So why is that important? We can go over here to the condition, and then we have all these different branches. And this is pretty important to understand because I couldn't figure this out for like the longest time. So I'll pause here and go to another window. So what's important to understand here is that there's going to be a contact created, right? So they're going to put the first name, the last name, all the information that was able to scrape from Event Detective. And then you can see right here in the contact source, it says Event Detective. So Leads Import takes the information with the API key, connects to the contacts at my GoHighLevel, and then we have the Event Detective source. Now, back to our workflow, right? It says branch, and then when it's created, event contains wedding, birthday, quinceanera, corporate, and all these different words that could be contained inside of the information that it gets from the import, right? So again, we have these imports. You could respond to them or not respond to them. And then we go back to our window over here, event detective. And then the important thing to understand is there's going to be details in here that explain what the event is about. So over here, there's a tab that says events or event details, general info. So under additional information, we have all these different fields, and it says quinceanera, right? Maria's quinceanera, February 21st, 2026. And then it automatically tagged Gen Pop lead, right? So that's important to understand because over here, one of the branches, right? I think I got to have one for event detective. Move my head around. So right here, it's important to understand this, how this contact was created, because you could go into the details of the fields. And then when you scroll down, right, it'll say event type or event, which it probably won't show me that because that's the one I selected, right? Or event right here. So when the contact is imported from leads import, it goes into my contacts. It scrapes the information to find the event field. If it contains quinceanera, then it'll automatically tag them into Gen Pop. All right. So I'm not going to save anything here, but it's important to understand that because when we go to our automations, I have different automations depending on, you know, what type of person it is, like if they're a client or if they're having a wedding or a corporate event. So basically I have marketing emails that'll be sent out plus text messages to people that are tagged in whatever respective party they're having, right? So if I go not the client, but we'll say a new tag is tagged, or a new import is tagged, or a new lead comes in, they're going to be tagged as lead. So I have this workflow lead KEE corporate events, and I have 190 that's been entered. I got 112 in there now. So let's just click on this workflow real quick. And then you can understand what kind of information they're going to be getting. And you can see that I have all these different tags of where they came. So if they filled out an opt-in form and they said quinceanera or corporate event, it's automatically going to be triggered into here. But since they're being imported from Event Detective or the Knot or Wedding Wire, they'll be placed in their, you know, respective workflows. So what they'll get is a welcome email, wait 5 minutes, and then they'll get a text 3 days, and then so on and so forth. They'll get text messages and emails, and it's a way to follow up with them. So again, understanding the workflow, and then how you keep people on that cold to warm to hot in order to get them to book. So again, understanding the workflow, right? Leads import will get the information from your respective place or put it into your respective field. So if you had a MailChimp or one of these other, like DJ Event Planner, you could put it into DJ Event Planner if you have some sort of automation with that. And then of course, if there was something on here that you use, then you could also, you know, have the guys develop it and then put it in here. But they got most of them covered. So again, understanding the workflow. They put their information and they say they need a DJ and Event Detective or Zola. Again, when the event is created inside of GoHighLevel, it'll scan and it'll look for the words wedding or suite or banquet or the Knot, you know, and then it'll know where to put it because actually, this is just a tag automation. And once it's tagged, it gets, you know, locked into whatever respective workflow. And that's how you follow up with everybody. Once again, you guys are amazing. Make sure to give me a follow, like, and subscribe. I've got a lot of AI content coming out. And then also understanding, you know, how automation works to your best benefit. You know, you want this stuff to work while you're on stage or while you're doing whatever it is that you do. And it can be, you know, cumbersome to keep up with clients that you already have, plus always keeping new leads coming in so that your business continues to grow and be stable. So once again, you guys are amazing. Make sure to give me a follow, like, subscribe, and I wanted to keep this video short, so I will catch you on the next one.